My name is John Mizuno. I'm a state representative from the state of Hawaii. I'm with Andrew. We're at Fox Street Wellness Center in Colorado, Denver,
Yes,
Colorado.
Denver, Colorado.
So Andrew, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. First, you do pretty much a one-stop shop. You've got edibles, you've got buds, actually even creams and other things, liquids.
Yes.
And you've seen the use of it for medicinal purpose pretty much spike. And can you share with us some of your clientele and how it's helped them?
Absolutely. We have many medical patients that have come in from anywhere on the low end of insomnia or loss of appetite up to cancer, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, brain tumors, and we have seen medicinal marijuana through either capsules, through smoking, through edibles actually change and help all of these ailments. There was a story with an actual baby that her parents were coming in here to buy. They would buy the RSO oil, which is Rick Simpson oil. You can look that up online. And they would dip the pacifier in that 4 times a day, 5 times a day, give it to the baby, and in 3 months the actual brain tumor shrunk. Prostate cancer is also a big one that we have seen marijuana help. Same with the seizures. There are up at Botanicare, there's a woman, Robin, who I work closely with here and there, and she has been documenting this for 5 years now. And there's like 36 types of seizures that she has now found, and different combinations of different strains can actually help each type of seizure. And same thing with the shakes of MS. You can do certain things. It's been amazing, really, to see the medicinal value of marijuana come through.
We have another question. Hawaii just passed a law to allow for dispensaries. We understand that this could actually reduce the black market and actually have more of a system that monitors where the marijuana goes, whether it's for medicinal use or recreation. What's your thoughts as far as the law in Colorado and how it's affected your state, positive or negative?
I mean, majority, I would say 99% of it all is positive on the effects that it's had. The black market definitely is going to be reduced. There are no traffic incidents really that have happened. For someone to try, in the beginning, there was maybe a little bit of burglary going on in the dispensaries because they weren't so regulated, but I mean every square inch of this building, outside and in, has to be monitored with cameras. That's going to feed exactly to the Department of Revenue, the Medical Marijuana Enforcement Division.
So I noticed you have a camera right here on the wall.
Absolutely.
Everything that's on here is fed to
the Department of Revenue.
So they got real-time video coverage of everything in your shop.
They can tap in, see this, and I mean, and that helps. And now that the public is aware of these things, that's going to, take them. They're going to think twice about coming to rob a place that they know is so secure. And I mean, the black market definitely is brought down. We'll have people recreationally come in, and I haven't really seen anything too negative, except possibly, I'm sure you're going to get those people who come in and they're probably buying a bunch and they might try to resell it on the street. But that's going to be everywhere, and you know what? They're really going to, in order for them to make money, those people are going to know I can get it cheaper and go to the store myself. So It's really just kind of pointless. We've seen the black market kind of diminish. The crime rate is definitely down. It's actually been proven crime rate has gone down since marijuana has been legalized. So I'm all for it. Really.
Now, Hawaii, again, I stated earlier that passed a law to allow for dispensaries. The question was, you're dealing with all cash money, and I believe that's going to be the same with the state of Hawaii when they open their first dispensary. Here's the problem that we find ourselves in Hawaii and Colorado and other states, I'm sure. If you were to take 10, 20, 30,000 to the bank, and that's cash money, what are the chances that you might get your account closed?
Pretty high, honestly. It's kind of a gamble, almost. I mean, us personally, we've been through a few banks. I've talked to other dispensary owners who have been through 7 banks.
Is there any answer? We understand Hawaii's going to run into the same problem when they open their dispensaries. Is there any thoughts on getting a credit union or a state-run bank?
Yes, there's a group out here, MIG, which is a marijuana industry group that they have been trying to put together a credit union for about 3 years now, but it's still in progress. I mean, it's been a while, and that seems to be the only solution that we can come up with. And otherwise, it's a cash money game right now.
And so when you pay some of your electric bills or what have you, rent or what have you, you would probably get a money order?
Yes, we did. I mean, we spent a lot of time actually going to the post office to get a money order, or to the grocery store, to a 7-Eleven to get money orders to mail out to pay the bills. Because, I mean, you can get a checking account and whatnot, but the more you have in your bank account, it seems like the more red flags they could post up, and you can get shut down that quick. So I mean, that's just us kind of doing that, but it wastes a lot of time.
Right. So, and this is an issue, no doubt, is going to also affect Hawaii as they deal with money issues too for their dispensaries.
Probably will, definitely.
What are your thoughts on you're actually the Fox Street Wellness Center? You're just about a one-stop shop. I mean,
yes,
grow, you sell, and you're actually going to be making edibles.
Yeah, we're in the process of getting our MIPS license, which is what you need. So you have to have, they're all separate licenses. So we have our retail license, which means we can sell it. We have our OPC, which means we can grow it. And then we're going to have our MIPS, which means we then can make our own concentrates like shatter or hash and edibles. And that's where a lot of people medicinally are going to benefit as well. I mean, because they don't want to smoke it. It's going to be horrible for their lungs and whatnot. So they like the edibles, they like the capsules, the pills. So we definitely want to be able to make our own from our product.
Leading to another question, lab testing. How do you test for potency, and how do you determine that?
Actually, there are about, I don't know the exact number, but there's at least 20 or so lab testing that is required on the recreational side. On medical side, it's not required by law that you get your potency tested. But definitely there are tests out there. We send ours out to a lab, about 1 gram to 2 gram sample we send to the lab. They then do a contaminant test to see if there's any molds, pesticides, or anything like that. And then they'll also do a potency test to find the level of THC, to see how strong the cannabis is, and also the level of cannabinoids, which are CBD. That's where the medicinal values come in, the CBDs and the CBNs, and they'll give you a percentage. In fact, I have a copy right here. I'm sorry. This is an example of a test. So the Chem 91, this is done by Phytotech. And you can see our THC, this is a high strain, 25% THCA. And we have the CBD not recorded. This is not really a medical strain. You're going to have certain strains like Charlotte's Web, Harlequin, Thunderstruck. These are going to be high CBD strains that are going to have more medicinal value. These are more for the psychoactive that are going to help for, the loss of appetite, the insomnia, stuff like that. And this chart also right here will tell you the higher learning, all about the different cannabinoids. There's a ton of different kinds. There's CBD, CBG, CBN, CBC. So as you can see, the CBD column is almost on every single one for relieving pain, bacteria growth, reduces blood sugar level, and it goes on and on. I mean, this.
If you could give one thought of helpful advice to the state of Hawaii, which will be opening up dispensaries, what would it be?
One thought? I mean, that's...
Now, because Colorado rode out, but it wasn't an easy road. It was kind of rocky, and...
There was a lot of ups and downs that we've seen many speed bumps that, it was a learning process kind of as you go. And I think that the only real negatives that I saw that I would like change or wish they wouldn't have done is maybe the amount of the licenses they issued. And
you're saying Colorado issued too many licenses?
Yes. I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, to keep that down, that would have been nice. They didn't issue so many. And I mean, the size, if they regulated maybe the grows that they had, because you'll have big companies whatnot buy 100,000 square foot warehouses that have 100,000 lights in it, and that just messes with the whole market, with the prices with everything, because now they're coming through and they don't care really about quality. They just want to pump it all out. They're just going to be a big corporation, pump it out at, you know, not good quality. We'll sell it for $1,000 a pound, and I mean, little guys, they're not going to make money. They're going to lose money. So it's the issuance of that, the regulation of maybe the plants that you can have medicinally. So it's, I would have, that's really the only thing. Otherwise, I think Colorado really did a great job with all of the laws that they put in place. It's been really good.
Thanks. Anything else that you wanted to add, Andrew?
No, you know, I really hope Hawaii does it. I think it's really going to benefit in all aspects, as far as for the state itself, but also, I mean, creating jobs and everything else. And medicinally, it's proven itself over.
We wanted to thank you for giving us a tour, too.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. Totally, how many plants do you have at your dispensary in total?
Right now we're in a construction phase. So, but in total, we probably have about 1,600.
1,600?
Yes.
Okay.
So I mean, that's recreational and medical combined.
Yeah. And truly a one-stop shop, because you can sell, you do your packaging and everything else. And
Absolutely. Yes.
so- okay.
Yes.
Well, thanks. I'm going to probably send this to some of the media, and they'll probably call you. So I'll make sure I get your correct spelling of your name and your correct contact information.
Okay.
And appreciate you for this doing this interview and giving us a tour.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew.